Hi, this is Takara, either 963 or Takara410. Yes, I obviously like the name Takara a lot for that to be my little name. So I just wanted to say hello. Hello. I just wanted to also talk to you about just my writing and whatnot, and how I got my start into writing was fan fiction. Like, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure like a lot of people did as well. Um, my very first story I wrote was like some jokes on fanfiction about Orochimaru. I think like right back when it was very popular to talk about him and comparing him to Michael Jackson. But I grew a lot more. I grew to being my own writer, so I started to write my family. That is under Orphan, my fan fiction Orphan, Takara 410. And so that one was a very popular one. It's like I still think it's on the front page, so yay! Really proud of that. Though I haven't touched it in quite some time. Let's see. When it came to that one, my family, I wanted that one to be it. That it was like right when people started to take fan fiction seriously, and that it could be turned into books. And so I really wanted that one to be like that one that somebody read it and was like, "Oh, I loved it. Can you turn it into a book?" And that's how people would know me. But it didn't. One, because I didn't put myself out there. Two, because I didn't actually turn that into a book. And that is just because when I was writing it, turning it into a book, my brother had passed. And so while writing while grieving, that did not do so well for me. That it just kind of gave me basically bittersweet memories because at the one point while writing it, my brother passed away. And at the same time, I remember writing it through middle school, high school. What time did Orphan come out? I'm not sure. You think I would, since I wrote a fanfiction on it, but I don't. So yeah, no, I used to write that a lot. All through high school, a little bit afterward. Another story I wrote for a very long time was Phobos' Harem, which I think I have a video of that somewhere, possibly. But that one was one of my very favorite ones to write, and how I got that started into writing it was actually pretty simple. I was rewatching the series, rewatching it, or like they were just playing a repeat episode on it's on Disney and Disney or Jetix. So it was like when Haylin was talking about how she'd rather much be a witch than a chicken. I was just thinking at the same point as well that man, I really want to put them through, give them a good actual battle fight and stance. And so that's when Phobos' Harem really came out as well. And so I rewatched that series and I was taking clues from that first season, second season, while also writing these characters down. Um, Unlike my family, I did not want to turn that one into a book. That one was just strictly for fan fiction only. But I have really happy memories and I continue to write that because I'm pretty sure there's like a second book type of thing called Onyx's Reign. So you can check that out. I'm not really into it as much though to continue writing that. But I do have fond memories and I will like kind of read it and things like that. What I am into is writing for myself and becoming to want to become an actual known writer, or else you don't know me by now, and I don't have to really talk about myself as much. But I'm gonna show you just some stuff I have. One of my stories is actually this is the only few things that I have actually organized. So yes, I have 16 kids in here. Heroes Who Took a Deal, Treating Children, Dark Seeds. And so that was, and there's some more, but I'm pretty sure you can't read that. But yes, so for Heroes Who Took a Deal, that one is basically, I would say, is Heroes Who Took a Deal. Um, I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy with me saying this, but I liked how Avengers Infinity War ended not on a good, happy note that the heroes lost because I love stories like that. I love reading that about how the heroes don't really win all the time because it's not supposed to happen in life, so why should it happen in a book? So Heroes Who Took a Deal, that one is when they lost so many other heroes, so many people that by the time that and gone through so much pain and strife and losing so many other people that by the time when the truly big bad shows up that they're just terrified of losing one another. And it's really powerful for one character because he was close to losing his daughter and the woman he had a child with to begin with. And so that would have been really hard for him, because the reason why he became a hero was because he lost his family, so he didn't want to put his family and himself back in that situation. So he signed a deal along with, and once he did, so did the others as well. So when the big hero like took over the whole planet, they gifted them with the small little part area, and so like they get to rule that as their own. But they like, I think I put like little amusement park too as well, but like literally that is just like that nice happy part. The rest, the bad guy gets to take over. And so I also put it like where the bad guy cursed them, so that they still have to live with what they did. So he put a curse on them so that they would not die of alcohol poisoning, because that very few weeks of, the world ending, them people trying to run to them to help and things like that, and people who knew what they did, and they're just like, we can't, we folded, we took a dive. And so, they drank a lot, but they didn't die from it. They just had one hell of a hangover afterwards. So it's one of the things that you will always see in that story, is that they always will have a drink around, except for one of them's little daughter. They always try not to keep that. There's another binder that I have called B&B. Oh, ignore that part. That's for sentimental reasons I don't want to take out. B&B for sale, Sleep Wars, Be Careful Who You Talk to Online. And then, so for Be Careful Who You Talk to Online, that one is one of the stories also that I want to post on WordPress. That one is basically kind of where you're talking to Audrey, our main character she's with. You find out that she's talking to one of her friends online, Awesomely Rich, I think was his name. And so she's like helping him. He's an author, he says. And so she helps him go through like the torture scenes and whatnot, and helping him with his story, and they just become friends because they've known each other for years online. But she finds out one day that turns out she wasn't helping her friend who's an author. Turns out he's actually a dictator. And so that the U.S. America is just like, we finally found the trace of her talking to him, and so, and all the atrocities that she helped do. And so he helps her and her family escape from America, and then go to to his little bit of land and stuff. And that's where she goes to meet all the other torturers and dictators and people who do I have one who does like the money part, one who does drugs, and then she meets the other torturer, and then she meets like one other young adult that was around her age. And but she's just like trying to process that, oh shit, I was actually helping one of the worst people in the world torture these people. But at the same time, she's kind of fucked up because she can't really leave to go back to America, because she did help in these plans. They did find all the info how she helped him torture these people to absolute death. And so I think I made it stereotypical that she was once called Angel of Death, but I was like, ugh, overdone. um, so basically, you get to, when you read this, you'll get to see her, how she has to go through becoming a torturer one day to just survive, to be with her, to make sure that her family is safe. While at the same time, her family has to be like, oh, their parents are like, we're not the ones in charge. What is going on? We're, she ran out of one place from our 2-3 apartment apartment to this basically this island. And it's so nice until they are like, oh, that's our daughter, and that she knows him, and that for them to live, their daughter has to continue helping the dictator torture people. But Audrey, she can't really do that, because for one, she thought no one was getting hurt. And well, she finds out that of course people are getting hurt, and that she also has that pressure because she's the one in charge as well. Because if her parents need something, they can't just go out and get it in shop or anything like that. They need to tell Audrey, who's also trying to get used to that barrier of, she's becoming from an adult, a teen to a young adult, so she's used to still going to her parents, but her parents are like, well, they said we need to ask you this and this because it's your money. So it's a very interesting aspect of how she has to be two different people. Well, not really two different people, but how she does that. And she's very close to her mom, so it's really terrifying that her mom sees her as this like monster type of person when she didn't even know she was doing this. so it was really just, it's really challenging to see her, how she has to put on an act for the other torturers and everything, because when she meets one of the torturers, he's an older man, and he was just like, dude, you really helped me with your ideas and things like this, and how I found out this village, how I found out this information and helped kill these people. And she's just like, yeah, sure. I totally meant that. I didn't know at all that he was who he said he was at all. And so it was basically how she has to do that one day, but then flip, and then she goes, walks to where her parents and her little brother are staying at, and she just has to go shift back in this place of being the young adult who, mom is trying to cook, but it's just like it's not their kitchen, it's not what they're used to, it's not, a city, it's just it's a beautiful island, but at the same time, if you walk out to the balcony, you can see where the people are being tortured at and everything like that. And to know that she had an active hand in that, that is really messing with her, to go from she needs to help to be a torturer, or else, what will this dictator do to her family who knows that she loves them very much, or else he couldn't have brought them with her. And at the one point, she wants to still be her and to be the normal girl that her parents know as. So I wrote that as well. I just love giving my character so much emotional drama. So yeah, that is it. That is how I have a bunch more stories that I actually want to do. I want to do a WordPress and just actually have different categories for them. But my question is to you guys, what was your very first fan fiction, either story you read or you wrote? I think I told you guys my very first fan fiction I read was Orochimaru, and telling Orochimaru bad dad jokes by, it was either Sakura, Naruto, and Sasuke. They were telling him bad dad jokes and comparing him to Michael Jackson, and that was my very first one that I did as well. And then I, started taking more steps and steps, because I was like, after I got that first review, I was like, yay! And then it just fueled me more, and I just continued to write more and more and just see what people liked, and that's what I started to do more of. Or you could also be doing not just fan fiction, but AO3. That one is a really good one, because I'll find myself going to bed at midnight, but I won't go to bed till 3 a.m. because I'm like, God damn, that was really pretty good. Let me just like this and do that. So, again, my name is Takara963, Takara410. Bye.